What is that? Is it a good video?
In 2022,
oh man, this is so loud.
the Sidemen are international superstars. They're creative pioneers, lucrative businessmen, and the face of UK YouTube.
Oh, you know what, guys? I would normally watch this, chat. I don't know. I can't watch it. I guess Sidemen is the only like one of the biggest things on YouTube, and I have never watched a single video on its entirety. Let me say I don't like them just because it never really appealed to me, and I've never really come into contact with that. I've never really been. I want to hear about
this
it.
fame and acclaim starts with
There's nothing against them. I don't hate them.
Itching for an impossible future. It's a success story for the ages, but can it ever be done again? The inspirational journey is a decade in the making. Let's whiz through it. Simon and JJ knew each other in school, as did Toby and Josh. They hung out online for a while before inviting Ethan one day in 2013. Vic joined later that year, and the 6 of them began a GTA group called the Ultimate Sidemen. Fancying one more member, the group was completed with Harry's arrival in early 2014.
Okay.
All 7 were creating individually on their own channels before deciding to join forces. And thus, the Sidemen were born.
That's cool.
Their first year was a quick success. Their GTA videos found traction, and clearly the boys had stumbled upon something interesting. So much so that with their growing platforms, rising monetization, and flourishing friendship, they left their parents' homes and created the Sidemen house.
Impressive.
In your throat.
It was here that the Sidemen's output hit maximum overdrive, with nothing to do besides record videos all day, every day.
Guys, I'm genuinely impressed, guys. I've heard about content houses in Twitch, on YouTube, and on TikTok, on all the other platforms. I've never heard about a house that succeeded. Not a singular time.
Their YouTube channels grew and grew.
That's a data outlier. 100%.
They'd landed in the perfect setup. They were doing what they loved in an environment that encouraged it while living with their closest mates. But for many of them, I'm sure this was a crossroads moment. It was a huge risk moving into a house with practically strangers. YouTube was big at the time, but being a
some of these new friends need to just, I think, like watch and just settle down, sir.
YouTuber, it wasn't quite respected yet, at least I'm sure not from their parents. Sure, the value of the job was revealing itself, but there were no guarantees. And they were young, finding their feet, working out who they were. Was it the right decision? Fuck it.
I just got 300 subscribers in an hour. I'm gonna go and do more.
They were kids chasing a dream. 7 lads who wanted a different life and wanted to have fun along the way.
Boys. Shit, man, we're going somewhere. Yeah. I need to do more of it.
Play, record, edit, sleep, repeat, over and over. They put the graft in, days at their desks, cultivating something big they were only just sniffing. Something was forming here, and millions began to notice.
Did you play MW2?
The Sidemen house really brought the lads together.
Chat, guys, believe it or not, guys, the problem with houses like that sometimes is when people don't do stuff on their own, okay? When they're dependent of others, it seems like it worked a lot because they all had their own hustle and then their team hustle. That's one of the most important things in a house. So when people have goals on their own and they want to participate in goals as a team, opposed to people that do nothing on their own and they need the team goals instead, that's bad because it becomes a bad relationship. That's why it's really hard to pull off.
As well as colleagues, they were truly best friends. They were each integral parts of the group. But a side effect of broadcasting your lives like the boys were is something interesting. We felt like a member too. It was intimate. When fans today say they grew up with the Sidemen, this is where it began.
Can you come see this real quick?
Personalities bloomed, dynamics developed, and the character archetypes were formed. It didn't take long to expect Vic to be bullied, JJ to do something weird, or Ethan to laugh hysterically. They'd gone from one-man shows to a sitcom cast, and fans were ready to binge.
To remain in a reformed
European
Union,
we have a disaster called the Big Lie. Champions of the world.
The mid-2010s were the golden era of YouTube vlogging. Despite coming from backgrounds in gaming, the Sidemen were finding great success in their real-life content. Of course, YouTube was bustling with this stuff back then.
Hello everyone, today I'm joined with all these YouTubers. We've got Zoe, Che, Casper, where we've got...
I don't know a single one of these guys.
Joe Sugg and his creator friends reigned the platform for years. But many of these guys are nowhere to be seen in 2022. Asked why, Joe Sugg said,
my audience have all grown up, or the audience I had back then, they're all now in their 20s. The stuff that I knew how to make back then is not what they want to consume now as content.
Which means one thing, they didn't adapt well enough. not like the Sidemen.
That's fine.
To the
Guys, this is people say away or whatever. You don't have to adapt either. It's like when people clown on like new rappers or old rappers that like their music doesn't like clown with the audience. They're not obligated to adapt. Sometimes they don't just want to. They want to do other shit and then they just move on. It's people don't have to live
2016
forever.
was a pivotal year.
Things
for
have a
Sidemen.
lifespan,
They
a
were
shelf
trying to
life. It is what it is.
Attempt new things. Their shared channel was born just in time for their first charity football match.
An embrace here from the Sidemen.
Mini Minter ripples the net.
100 grand. You guys
They fall
made
off?
for
Nobody
charity,
cares.
which is fantastic.
They tightened up their
Only you
branding,
care.
hired the right people, and a decision was made to slowly phase out their gaming content in favor of their newer project, Sidemen Sunday. These videos, every Sunday, started modestly, with standard trends and ideas. It didn't take long, however, for those ideas to expand alongside a growing budget. These videos were the Sidemen really sensing their creative potential. The combination of adolescence and resource coalesced into highly captivating content. The Sidemen channel raked in millions of new
That's
fans,
pretty cool, though.
and larger
All this looks really
corporations
fun.
noticed. In 2018, the group announced
The Sidemen Show.
Published on YouTube Originals, the 7-part series was the boys' first dip into traditional media. With professional crews and budgets, the Sidemen were now equipped with real production value, as well as celebrity co-stars. This series had all the bells and whistles of larger productions, but still the authentic heart that Sidemen fans loved.
I think we just do a drive-by move, like you get your ass up, we'll just drive past loads of people.
Alright, wait.
It's all wrong! It's all wrong!
Despite all this, the boys never tried to repeat it, but they did
The
catch a taste
fuck?
for that production value. Wanting to take matters into their own hands, but knowing they'll need help, they laid their eyes on talent manager Tanya Pyle, who helped put the YouTube Original series together.
And we were just like, yo, like, do you want to be our personal manager? And she thought about it. And she was like, fuck it, let's go. Let's see what happens.
This catalyzed a new era of Sidemen Sundays. Bigger ideas, larger
Wait, how'd they do
budgets,
that?
and longer screen time. Hours of content for fans to consume every single Sunday. They became
It's real,
an
I think.
instrumental
Yeah,
part
no
of the
KSI,
fans'
he has, like,
group.
some
They
powers
were
or
huge
whatever.
videos, but more importantly, they were consistent.
Please tell everybody your favourite magic spell.
That regularity, alongside the boys' hunger to keep pushing, forced the Sidemen into the mainstream. This holiday video, in which the boys split up into a cheap and expensive group, went platinum.
Jesus.
On paper, it's 2 hours of the lads abroad, but the views don't lie. This video is pure entertainment. Beneath the extensive planning and absorbing performances, there's an effective story here. And some real heartwarming moments.
I'm happy right now.
The Sidemen were now operating at their highest potential, which means they had a lot to lose. How could they ensure all of this success didn't start crumbling? The Sidemen are made up of more fame, money, and influence than they ever expected. They'd gone from gaming after school to having the world at their fingertips. It's a power shift sure to go to the heads.
It's not gonna go down. They've been doing pretty good still.
A system had to be put in place to keep each other grounded.
Right,
Ooh,
you
I wonder what that
sacrifice
is.
personal goals and achievements also for a group in achievement. And it's not because it's just like brand achievements, is we're friends, right?
The Sidemen are pretty clear about who's in charge. No one. They knew from day one that keeping it democratic would eliminate egos. With no leader, everyone has equal priority and responsibility. Every Sidemen Sunday you watch was assigned to a specific member whose job it was to organize and oversee the whole project. When a video is completed, it's tallied up on a spreadsheet next to the member who directed it. The goal is to rotate this assignment around with responsibility
Ooh, that's
being
tough,
shared
though.
equally. But this is only half the system. How did the Sidemen eliminate tardiness?
That is
Card
tough.
system is the group's way of ensuring accountability.
And if you're 30 minutes late to a shoot, you get a yellow card.
2 lates and a red card. With the red card, a Sidemen Sunday you directed is now scrubbed off your tally. Why is this bad? Because now you're behind the rest of the group. And remember, the goal is for this tally to be equal amongst all of them. Next time a video is assigned, it has to go to you.
If you have to sacrifice maybe like one thing that you can do at a later date for the benefit of 6 of your friends, you're gonna do it.
If you get yellow cards, you have to put more work in then.
The more you let the team down, the more work you do. This decision might be the key factor why the group is still so strong today. The group takes priority, and they've all recognized this.
Pretty smart,
Their
then.
longevity is a result of discipline and selflessness. But it would be criminal to leave their team out of this. For years, the Sidemen boys were jack of all trades. You have to be when starting YouTube. This meant knowledge of sound, camera, marketing, distribution, design, and editing. But there's a crucial stage in every creator's growth where they have to leave that control behind.
We have a couple people that are so essential to the whole operation now because they've come in and they've just put us first on a daily basis.
And today, they have an expert team of specialists that help bring their dreams to reality. Dozens of employees that help on thumbnails all the way up to building businesses. They've recruited powerful people with talent and drive that helps complete the Sidemen puzzle.
That's pretty
and
cool.
in doing so,
that.
the group's job titles have evolved.
I think the one thing that's very different about being a video creator is that to do it as a job, you have to become a distributor.
As they've aged, qualities in management, supervision, and leadership have had to form. A spirit for enterprise emerged, and many successful business ventures are thanks to the behind-the-scenes help. Because of this rock-solid foundation
I'm not in a group. I'm
and
alone.
guidance, it's really hard to see the Sidemen slowing down anytime soon.
You guys really could do Sidemen forever and have it maintain your lifestyle forever.
I'm sure the Sidemen look back on their journey as a bit of a fever dream.
A lot of you guys are new here, and I get that, okay? A lot of you guys aren't new here, so you know the journey at the beginning, okay? But group stuff, I never had it. I was always on my own. But before, I used to be a pro player, and organizing it and leading a team, I was a team captain pretty much. And being a team captain with everybody, it was pretty much almost the same thing. It wasn't easy, and we had to make very tough decisions at sometimes. It is what it is. Some people had to kick out, some people we had to wake up, some people we had to fire, stab with the fire, we had to hide people. It was not easy.
Playing FIFA in their bedrooms. They didn't know their place in the world, what was destined for them. They just had the balls to imagine. It took creative thinking, endless drive, and a whole lot of responsibility. But the Sidemen paved their own path. And as impossible as it seems now, I'm sure back then, they felt the same way. YouTube today might seem like an impenetrable fortress, like the stars are already established, but the world latched onto the Sidemen for who they were. You don't need $1 million or a dedicated team.
True.
Audiences want one thing, and that's
content.
You. Ultimately, the Sidemen proved one thing, that anything is possible if you just believe in it and do the fucking work.
I enjoyed that. That was good. I don't know a lot about them still, though. I feel like this explains a lot behind the numbers and the structure, but not a lot about the substance. Yeah, the video was good.
Here's a video about
a lot about the structure, not a lot about the substance. It was a little bit more what I wanted to hear about.
Thanks for the stream. Link.
The Reddits? Oh yeah, we didn't do Reddit today.